Space weather. Date July 14, 2014. Prepared jointly by the U.S. Department of Commerce, NOAA, Space Weather Prediction Center and the U.S. Air Force. Updated 2014 July 13, 2200 hours UTC. Joint U.S. Air Force NOAA Solar Geophysical Activity Report and Forecast, SDF number 194, issued at 2200 hours UTC on July 13, 2014. Analysis of solar active regions and activity from July 12, 2100 hours UTC to July 13, 2100 hours UTC. Solar activity has been at low levels for the past 24 hours. The largest solar event of the period was a C6 event observed at July 13, 9:03 UTC from region 2109, S08W72. There are currently 6 numbered sunspot regions on the disk. Geophysical activity summary July 12, 2100 hours UTC to July 13, 2100 hours UTC. The geomagnetic field has been at quiet levels for the past 24 hours. Solar wind speed, as measured by the ACE spacecraft, reached a peak speed of 379 km per second at July 12, 2238 UTC. Total IMF reached 11 NT at July 13, 1947 UTC. The maximum southward component of BZ reached -5 NT at July 13, 918 UTC. Geophysical activity forecast. The geomagnetic field is expected to be at quiet to unsettled levels on July 14, July 16 and quiet to active levels on July 15. Protons greater than 10 MeV have a slight chance of crossing threshold on July 14. Solar activity forecast. Solar activity is likely to be moderate with a slight chance for an X-class flare on July 14 and expected to be low with a chance for M-class flares on July 15 and July 16. Solar flux 127 and estimated planetary A index 6. The estimated planetary K-index at 2100 hours UTC on July 13 was 1. No space weather storms were observed for the past 24 hours. Space weather for the next 24 hours is predicted to be minor. Radio blackouts reaching the R1 level are likely. Space weather by the Australian Bureau of Meteorology, Sunday, July 13, last updated July 12, 2341 UTC. The visible solar disk has become relatively featureless compared to earlier this week when it paraded large sunspot groups, dark filaments, and limb prominences. The sunspot number has declined from about 153 on July 8 to about 99 on July 12, and it is expected to decline further during the next 3 days. The largest X-ray flare of July 12 was a C4.6 event from AR 2108, which is approaching the western limb. Although the 3-day outlook is for an interval of relatively benign solar activity, there is a significant chance of an isolated M-class flare. Perhaps from AR 2108 before it disappears around the western limb. Geomagnetic conditions may be unsettled today because of a glancing blow from a CME launched earlier this week. The solar wind speed has been varying in the approximate range 350 to 400 km per second. Conditions for HF radio communication remain solid, but may soften later this week due to declining solar flux levels. So far the space weather. Over 3 days is a new forecast.